Hey guys, Mr. Elting here to help you out with the homework. We got to talk hopefully a little bit about the first couple problems, but I want to talk to you about the tables because I know you might have trouble with that. If you can get a table, you can graph anything. Remember, you just graph based off of the values on the table. You turn them into ordered pairs. But let's talk about the tables for a second. I want to use an example, again, from our school. Let's talk about Wilson. And let's say there are 650 students at Wilson, and let's give two situations, one where we grow 10% per year, and the other where we grow by 25 students per year. Hopefully by now you're getting the handle of like exponential versus linear. This is exponential, this is linear. And I'm not going to talk about the equations. I'm hopeful that you guys can come up with those for the homework. Instead, I just want to talk about the table, and I guess I should, rather than x and y, remember the x-axis is usually the year. Oh my. And the y-axis is going to be the population or the number of students. Whatever way you want to think about it. I'm just going to take another one of these guys. Alright, so here's the deal. If we're growing 10% a year, obviously in year one, the year we're currently in, we already have 650 students. Do not try to overcomplicate this by using an equation or something that's really, really fancy. Just use logical, rational, common sense, okay? Think about it. If we're growing by 25 students per year, in year two, I'm just going to have 25 more than the year before. I'm going to have 675 students. And on and on and on. 675 plus a quarter plus 25 is going to be 700. Hopefully you know how to add by 25. It's not super difficult. Kind of like working with quarters. Pretty easy math. So you'll do that for linear. I think you could probably figure that out on your own. The question is the percent. You may need a calculator to do this. You may not. I'll give you a quick tip. To find 10%, divide by 10. 10% of anything is 1/10 of that thing, so you just need to divide by 10. Now, to divide by 10, you just need to move the decimal place over 1. So in this case, 1/10 of 650 is actually 65. So in year 2, I'm actually going to have 650 plus 65. That is 215, I think. Or excuse me. Where am I getting that? 200. 715. But let's say that, oh, that's too difficult, because now I need to do that for this. I'm going to get like 71.5. There's an easier way to do this. You can literally just find 10% by using a calculator. And I'm going to use Desmos, so let's say I have 650. To find 10%, it's super easy. Just multiply by 0.10. So it's 60.5. Oh, I typed that in wrong. 650. So 650 would be 65, and then I can just add that. I can maybe do that down here. Okay, 65 plus the number of students I had. Now I have 715. Looks like my math was right after all. 715. But now how do I do that? Well, same pattern. Okay. Now I'm just going to find 10% of 715. That's 71.5. I'm going to have to add that to what I had before. 71.5. So it looks like 715 plus 71.5 gives us 786.5. And yes, I'll have to find 10% of that. On and on and on. This is going to be easiest to use a calculator. I encourage you, if you don't have a calculator, pull up Desmos. You can pull it up on your phone. It still works. You just type things in. There's even a keyboard down here in case you don't have a keyboard on your phone to use times, plus, whatever else you need. Hopefully that helps you with the table. Again, just multiply by 10% and then add it to find each one. I think you can do that. Best of luck. We'll talk about it tomorrow, guys. Thanks.